What up, guys? Alchemist here, and I got something nice for you. So, like I promised, I said I'm gonna get y'all Arc build for Lodestar. I think this should be coming out the day after the one I did with the prismatic build with Lodestar with a different twist on it. But like I said, I promised you guys Lodestar. So here goes the build for Lodestar. As y'all know, this look familiar. This is the Arc build I'm using that I posted. If you haven't checked that video out, check it out. It's the best Arc Hunter build for this season. Utilize it, it's amazing. You're basically unkillable and you're killing everything, jolting everything, arc bolt everywhere. It's broken, okay? But today's MVP, today's, main event, main idea, main plot point is Lodestar. So Lodestar says, as the exotic perk is, when aiming down sights, the beam is compressed into short, high energy bursts that interact with targets affected by arc debuffs. So you aim down sights, the gun shoot like a pulse rifle. And the second part of this perk says, dealing increased damage and causing them to detonate into blinding explosions on final blows. So when you aim down sights and shoot an enemy that is affected by any arc debuff, whether it's jolt or blind, this gun will do 30% increased damage to that target. And if you kill them while ADSing, again, you got ADS to get 30%. While you ADSing, if you kill them, that target gonna blow up and blind everyone around them, which is an endless loop, because then you kill the enemy that's blinded, because that's an arc debuff, continue to loop forever of having that increased 30% damage. It gets even better. Arc alignment is the second perk on this gun, where it says dealing arc damage from any source. So it can be from our melee or our class ability, anything. It will charge the battery coils for this gun. When alignment is complete, it's a bar. You can hold the reload button to disengage the safety and enable hip fire starlight beam to apply jolt to any targets damaged for a short time. So that when you doing this perk, you jolt people, was tied to the first perk about damaging people that's arc debuff. Aiming down sights to slow the rate at which the battery drains. So if you don't aim down sights and you hip fire this, the perk stays on for like 7 seconds. But if you aim down sights, this perk stays on for like 19-20 seconds when aiming down sights. I can't remember, do you jolt people while ADSing with it when you're in this form, or you gotta hip fire it first to jolt and then ADS? I don't think you do, but it does say enabled hip fire starlight beam to apply jolt. So I'm assuming you only jolt when you hip fire. But that's not a hero there. Catalyst not out yet, come out Act 2, so this build gonna be very broken when Catalyst do drop. So make sure you revisit this video. But we're rocking our Arc subclass. Gambler dodge, so we can get our Tempest Strike back when we're using Ascension. Because now Ascension does proc, in case you didn't know, Ascension does proc whatever perk your Shade Step has on. So whether it's Gambler dodge, whenever you use Ascension, you will get your melee back. If you're using Marksman dodge, you will reload your weapon using Ascension. If you got the prismatic on and you end up doing the aspect that make it that when you Shade Step you do slow, or when you Shade Step you make a clone, Ascension will put that clone out there, will do that frozen pulse around you. So yeah, triple jump. We're using disorienting blow because in case we don't do Tempest Strike, we can punch with disorienting blow, which blinds enemies, instantly make us amplify, and give us 3 stacks of bolt charge. Again, we're rocking Tempest Strike as our aspect, because when we defeat jolted targets, it grants us a stack of bolt charge, which we will be jolting a lot with Lodestar and with Tempest Strike itself, because Tempest Strike jolts targets. And Ascension, when we pop Ascension, we get amplify and jolt targets as well. So we're rocking Tempest Strike to get them bolt charges. We're rocking Spark of Frequency, not for the first perk, the second perk. While amplified, the effects are increased. The effects are increased, and you gain increased stacks of bolt charge from all sources. So any source that we get bolt charge from, whatever stack of bolt charge give us, it get +1. So if we get an ionic trace that gives us 1 bolt charge, it will give us 2 now. If we punch somebody with disorient blow, instead of us getting 3, we'll have 4, etc., etc. We're rocking Spark of Discharge, while collecting an ion trace grants you a stack of bolt charge. We're rocking, and then also the top part says Arc Weapon Final Blows has a chance to create an ion trace. We're using an Arc Weapon, Lodestar. We make it our grenades jolt. We're using post grenades. Thought I already said that, but I skipped over that. But use post grenades, using Spark of Resistance, so we get some resist, 15% resist when we're near targets. And then we're rocking Sparking Ions. When we're defeating jolted target, we're going to be doing a lot, or defeating target with bolt charges, it make ion traces, which ties into this fragment. We get ion traces, we get bolt charges, it's a whole loop. Fragments we're rocking Harmonic Siphon because we got an Arc Super on. We're rocking Gathering Storm in case y'all didn't notice that. But we're rocking Harmonic Siphon so we can get our Arc Weapon kills to make Orbs of Light for us. We're rocking Hands On because we will be spamming Tempest Strike and getting kills. Tempest Strike will give us super energy. And we're rocking Stasis Siphon because we are using a Stasis weapon using Tenacious Mastery for the champion killer in this game. It stun every champion in case you didn't know that. We're rocking Impact Induction, Focusing Strike, and Bolstering Detonation just to get our abilities back quicker on all three things. We're rocking Resist mods, whatever you want to put on your resistance mods. Cool effect, by the way, because of diminishing returns on the resist mods, you want to have one of the elements like Arc, Void, or Solar, Strand, Stasis, whatever it is, and then you want to stack that with like Sniper damage resist so that you get more of a return on resistance compared to stacking just 2 Arc mods. You get way more resistance from Arc mod with a Sniper damage resist compared to just having 2 Arc resist mods. The enemy gotta be like 20 meters away from you for Sniper damage resist to kick in for resistance, which happens a lot. You're shooting enemies from far away with a weapon, okay? So that happens a lot. Rocking 3 Arc Surges because I want Lodestar just doing insane damage. And then we're rocking Special Finishers for our special weapon to get ammo back quicker, and Proximity Wars because overshield when we finish a move like champions and stuff, which we do a lot in harder content. And then we're rocking Font of Restoration just because I have nothing else put in that slot. So I was like, screw it, let's get some more recovery when we got a light on us. Sadly, Ascension does not work with Reaper and the other mods that work off of class ability usage. Sadly, I wish Bungie would change that because then it would be even more amazing. That's about it. Tenacious Mastery got Chill Clip and Air Trigger, and we're using Doom Petitioner, and I talked before about those in my other videos, so go check them out. Last but not least, we're rocking a tonic. Yeah, y'all be forgetting about these tonics. We're rocking a tonic of Amplified Arc. The white text at the top, it says while you're amplified, primary ammo arc weapons deal bonus damage. Lodestar is a primary arc weapon. This gives us 5% extra damage. It's not a lot, but hey, any damage is good damage. By the way, another cool effect. This is probably the best tonic in the game right now, Void Sharp Nail. Simply because this makes it that you gain intellect in this game, and it's not a small amount either. It gives you 50 plus intellect. 50. Do you know how good that is in in-game and PvP content? Of you just being able to pop this and for about 2 hours, well, for 2 hours, you just get 50 plus intellect in your build without you having to spec into intellect. Freaking amazing, bro. So make sure you don't sleep on this tonic right here, Void Sharp Nail. I just put y'all on. I know y'all be learning a lot of cool effects over here, man. I tell y'all, I'm different, bro. I'm different. Of course, we got our Tomb of 1 on, so we boost up our artifact. We're rocking on our artifact. Defibrillating Blast. When we stun a champion, we get max bolt charges, which also gives us health. When we trigger bolt charge, we get health because of this artifact, and the bolt charge will be jolting targets now whenever we do trigger bolt charge. We got flashover on, so our bolt charges do more damage when we do trigger it, and we get amplified whenever we do get max bolt charges. We also got Dielectric on, so whenever we defeat our Arc debuff target, which we're going to be doing a lot with this build, we get a bolt charge, but then also rapidly defeating Arc debuff targets spawn or overpower and heals a small portion of health. We're also rocking our Void builds, our Void mods, because we are rocking Doom Petitioner with Particle Reconstruction. So yeah, we just rocking that. And last but not least, our exotic we're rocking is Gifted Conviction. Not only does this tap in with Tempest Strike and Ascension, the second part of this perk is amazing. Jolting nearby targets grants you damage resistance. Lodestar, when Lodestar goes into its second form and starts jolting every enemy, you instantly get ×4 resist on this build, because how this perk works is the jolting got to come from a separate entity for it to count to give you a resist. So like if I use Tempest Strike, that's gonna give me ×2 resist. If I do Tempest Strike again, I will not get another stack of resist because it didn't come from a different instance on another enemy. It got to be a new jolt amplified on a new enemy. I cannot jolt the same enemies and then expect me to get another resist from it, if that makes sense to you guys. With Lodestar, if I'm hitting multiple different enemies and they all getting Jolt applied in their body because of me shooting multiple different enemies with the second form of Lodestar, I get time for resist immediately with this gun. Lodestar applies Jolt to every enemy it shoots. It's not like, oh, once one person got us a cooldown and now you just jolting all the enemies from that one person to apply it. You're putting Jolt inside the bodies of every enemy, so you get times 4 resist non-stop with this build. So as long as you keep using the awakening form of Lodestar, you will have times 4 resist with this build 24/7 without even using Tempest Strike and Ascension. It's busted. It's crazy. You always gonna have 50% damage resist, and then of course you're gonna have your damage resist from the 30 resilience you have on. You're gonna have resist from your resist mobs and your chest piece. You're gonna have resistance from Tempest Strike. Some people don't know this. After you use Tempest Strike for the 4 seconds after using Tempest Strike, you have 75% damage resistance. You heard that right. 75% damage resistance after you use Tempest Strike for 4 seconds. Also, we're getting damage resistance from our Spark of Resistance, and we're getting damage resistance from being amplified, and enemies have less accuracy shooting at us when we amplify. This build is amazing. That's why I didn't really spec into recuperation orbs in here, because I'm confident that we just won't be dying because we just got too much defense and tank going on. But also every time we do a bolt strike because of artifact, we get health back. So no need for have recuperation inside the artifact right now. And harder in content, like maybe GMs, you probably just want to put recuperation in there just in case and take one arc surge off. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the build. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And until next time, stay up.